All right. Good afternoon, Lashaya. Thank you for coming over.
Good afternoon.
All right. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Before we go any further, I want to make sure you're okay being recorded and having me submit this video for my class.
Yes, that's fine.
Yes. All right, great. And I might take some notes while you're talking, but don't let it stop you from talking. I just might have to jot something down so I don't forget it later.
Okay.
All right. So what brings you in today? What's going on?
I don't know. I guess I came to talk about ways to find solutions with dealing with my teenager.
Okay.
My teenager is just giving me lots of problems these days.
Teenagers can.
Yeah. Growing up, my parents were different. They hit you for everything, and I don't like to hit my kids, so it's really hard. Sometimes I think I want to hit my kids.
Sure.
And I need to find tools and just outlets and other avenues to really cope with these teenage years.
All right. So you want to find some ways to deal with it. You said you have one teenager. You're looking for some ways to kind of work through those teenage years and deal with those obstacles that are coming your way.
Yes.
Do you just have the one child, or is there more?
I have one teenager, but I have three kids. So I have the 14-year-old, and then an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay, right. All coming up on the teen years too, right there together.
Right. So I really need help. I need to find out a way to really navigate this part of life.
Is there a certain situation recently that with the teenager that
no, I just think I think it's just a totality of everything. I talked to other moms and I talked to other people. I actually talked to this lady who said she's a little older, but she said that her teenagers pushed her into counseling too because she was just ready to just leave them. And I totally understand that. And so I thought maybe I would try counseling because sometimes I do feel like that lady. I feel like, sometimes I should just leave them.
Okay.
But I don't think that's a good thing. I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to leave them, but they make you feel that way sometimes, right?
So maybe you're looking for you need a break from something.
Yeah, I need to find
from that environment sometimes.
Yeah.
From those situations.
I've been a stay-at-home mom, so it's you spend a lot of time with your kids when you're a stay-at-home mom, and so now I work so I can, have some space away from them. But that doesn't solve the issue, right? You still need to learn how to deal with the children.
Okay.
Your teenage years,
Yeah.
I think their attitudes, their personalities, everything is changing. They want a lot of independence and all of that. So.
And you've said in the past when your mom was dealing with you as a teenager, it was physical, and you're trying to avoid that discipline route now.
Right. It's more of a lot of things were considered as everything was just back talk. Where I want my kids to be able to express themselves and have that freedom to be individuals, but
of course
it's not easy.
You want them to be able to be themselves but respect you at the same time.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And teenagers aren't respectful.
Having a problem with that, feeling respected.
Yes, I think my teenager's as respectful as he can be. He's not, I wouldn't say he's the worst child, but I think it's just really hard to give him certain freedoms and it's just, I don't know, it's just we're in a new area.
Yeah, stepping into that new area, just 14 now, getting into high school, I assume, and that comes with its own territory of new challenges, new friends, new school to deal with.
Yes.
Perhaps.
He's doing okay in high school. I think it's a lot. The peers, it's a lot to keep your kids out of stuff when they become this age and they want to try everything. I don't know how to even talk to them about all the things that are out there and that they may come across, and that, you know, how to be
Okay.
aware of these things. It's
Okay. Has there been a time recently where you have been able to sit down with him to talk about this, you know, how school's been going, or, you know, what an issue that arose at home, like,
I feel like I do a lot of talking with him. I feel like we
Okay.
talk all the time. I feel like I'm lecturing him daily.
okay,
And I don't feel like that is probably the right way either, right? I mean, too much of one thing is not good.
right, you're saying lecturing, is it mostly one-sided?
Yes, it's me asking him why he's doing the things that he's doing, and encouraging him to do other things, and you know, the teenage answer is I don't know. That is
Okay.
just the answer that we receive, and so I'm probably lecturing him multiple times a day, you know, for this and that. And
Sure.
So
Okay,
it's a lot.
you're not getting the answers you need from him to figure out why there's a struggle.
Right. I need to find some ways to connect and like really be able to get a breakthrough, or find a way to, you know, a different way to go about things, and
Okay.
maybe reach his teenage brain.
Okay. Is there an activity you guys maybe used to do that when he was younger that you really connected on?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
He's more into like tech things, and I'm not really a tech person, so.
I understand that. If you don't understand tech, it's hard to be into tech.
Right.
I can relate there.
So I respect what he likes, you know. I encourage him to do those
Okay.
things that he likes and that he's good at, but I've not taken much interest in them, if I'm being honest, no.
Okay. Maybe it would be worth asking questions about to try and just show interest in, maybe you don't have to be involved in it, but ask if there's a new project he's working on perhaps, or something like that you could ask. Just to start a conversation that's not confrontational with him, just trying to have a conversation that is not about a struggle or an obstacle or an issue, more just like trying to touch base with,
Right.
on interest or hobbies or.
I feel like I try to start non-confrontational, but then you're met with like the teenage attitude, and then it just becomes confrontational.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that seems like a difficult path to work through.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your suggestions? Do you have any other suggestions, like, you know? I don't know. Do you know of maybe some resources or books, or, you know, I'm really open to anything. I'm really
Okay.
open to anything to, you know, because
Absolutely.
it's important to me, and I have 2 other kids, you know, and I
Yes.
want to make sure that we have, you know, good communication and just a good relationship forever.
And good, just set up for the whole family so that when your younger kids become teenagers, everyone's on the same path together as a cohesive family.
Right. If I can learn how to navigate it right now, then
Okay.
it'll be better for me and, you know, my other 2 kids in the future.
Okay. All right. So, would you be interested in me looking into resources for like a teen counselor, like adolescent counselor?
I'm not
him
against
to-
that.
for
I
him
mean,
to be
some
able to talk
one-on-one
to
time for
someone.
him.
That way he can maybe have a place to talk to that's not his parents, where he can have the teenage discussion somewhere, you know, outside of you. It might be non-confrontational.
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Okay. I'll definitely look into that, and I will get some resources and let you know as soon as I get those, and I'll get those for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And with the other kids, are they all get along and have good relationships as he's growing up? Is he still connecting with?
I say there's that distance because, you know, he's the teenager now and he really wants that space from his siblings. And I don't know, I think it's just regular sibling, you know, if they argue all the time, I don't know.
Yeah, fair. Yes. Siblings will argue.
Yes.
I'm just thinking maybe a group outing of sorts. So maybe if we're not having a conversation about a project he's working on, maybe there's a group outing we can do that's
Like a whole family outing?
right.
Okay. Yeah, I've been kicking around, like, I thought maybe we should work on maybe like some team building exercises. Like, I thought about doing like an escape room or something like that.
I think that would be a great idea.
Okay.
It would create a team building environment where you're having to solve problems together, and if you have to work together to get through those problems.
Right. I feel like, help. I don't know. I want to do these team building exercises. I can foresee like, a little bit of those hiccups, right?
Well,
like
tensions might get high.
yeah.
Yeah. We could practice a breathing, just take a deep breath before we go in and just
Maybe those are things that would
everyone-
work for me. Yeah, I need
a little reset.
a breathing routine.
Yes.
Okay.
We could look into that. There's a lot of apps. I know that we could start with just like a simple 30-second, even just close your eyes and deep breathing.
Just yesterday, I saw like a breathing
Okay.
thing. So yes, I think I might have saved the video. I think and I saved it was like a 7-second inhale and like a
perfect.
7-second release, and then like a
Okay.
hold or something like that. So
Yeah, so even if you did that 3 or 4 times, I think you would find that in those moments when you're having a conflict with your son, he's giving you the teenage attitude, instead of going into a lecture, you just take those deep breaths and try and just continue a conversation. Being
Right.
patient to let him give you those answers.
okay, but what about like how do you get past the I don't know answer?
Sometimes silence can work. Just letting the silence sit and
We
waiting
just sit there in silence.
for a little bit and see if you can draw more out.
Okay.
Or you could try asking it in a different way or from a different perspective.
Okay.
That would be one way to go about it. Is there a particular struggle you're thinking of, or a question where you're trying to get an answer out of them, or is it just all the questions?
It's all the questions. I think every day is a struggle with a teenager. Every day, just everything you ask the teenagers. I don't know. It's the one-worded answers. It's frustrating to hold a conversation with the teenager. Well, you're not really having a conversation with them, right? Well, they're not replying to you. They're just saying, "I don't know."
Right. That's not a conversation. You're right. It's still one-sided.
Right. I tell them and then I go into the lecture because I tell them, like, hey, I'm trying to do things differently. Let's talk to each other. Let's have, a back and forth. And it's just, it feels as though nothing is working.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, let's look next time we're in one of those situations. See if the silence will break him maybe a little bit. Asking and then leaving the silence. Not breaking into a lecture. See how that, maybe it'll throw the energy, you know what I mean? And shake him off. If he's expecting you to go into a lecture, maybe the silence will throw him off a little.
okay. Okay.
One technique I can try and recommend. I don't
I
work
just
with
have to be
adolescents a lot, so I
comfortable
will
with the
find that
silence.
teen referral for you, and hopefully that'll help him feel like he can open up a little bit and communicate.
Okay.
Are there any other adult figures in his life that he is able to talk to?
I don't think he has many. Like, he has his dad and I guess, just his adults at school. He doesn't have really many adults around.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely get you that referral for a teen counselor, and we'll get that set up. And then with that, they can bring you into a couple of those sessions as well. And you guys eventually can work on together on a couple of things. It'll be mostly for him.
Okay,
But
but
they-
they'll have like group sessions.
Yeah, every once in a while,
Okay.
like once or in a, you know, out of 6 sessions, maybe they'll bring you in to just kind of loop you in, or he'll talk about things he's been working on and coping mechanisms they've been working on, and then that'll allow you to try and understand him a little bit better and work with him on the way things he's working with.
Okay. Yes, well, I'm definitely interested in the counseling.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that. And then you mentioned that breathing video. I think that would definitely be worth going back and looking at and practicing. And
Okay, for myself, yes.
Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
these things for myself because yeah.
yeah, you don't want your tensions to go up every day every time you have to have a conversation with your child. You don't want to have to feel tense. So the breathing
Right.
exercise might help relax you before you go go knock on his door to have one of those conversations. So yeah. And then next time we'll see, how your conversations are going, if you're getting any breakthroughs, if the silence is working. We'll check in with that next time you come in, and hopefully the conversations are going a little smoother.
Okay, well, you'll have to pray for us.
I can and I will. All right, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about today?
Not today.
All right.
Not today, yeah.
All right, well, you call me, text me anytime you have an issue that comes up. Otherwise, we'll have you working on these, and I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.